The Champions League places, are they on now? Are they on?
Oh, most definitely, mate, yeah. I thought it was a good hard-fought win today. They have to grind it out a bit. But credit to Luton, they were really good. I just wanted to make a point about Ross Barkley and Mainoo. I'd rather remain on that plane next year for England than Henderson and Calvin.
That's a great point. We've been waxing lyrical about Mainoo, haven't we? He's changed United season, in my opinion.
Well, you know, to ask a young player to come into to the size of that club and just sort of take the mantle. What is he, 17, 18 or something? It's just ridiculous. And he's just, you know, even at the end there when they've won that game, he's just having a little chat with a Luton player. He's quite cool about it. He just looks like a level-headed, proper player. And just what United needed. You've still lost 9 games, though, and you can't really afford to lose too many more if you're going to get Champions League position.
No, definitely not, mate. We've got to keep on this run now. I think that's 5 in 5 now, or 4 in 4.
And actually, and your form is the second best. Actually, you got Arsenal have won the last 5. And you've won 4 or 5, and Man City have done the same. So, you know, you're the form team or one of the form teams in the division, which is a good show. But 9 defeats, got to watch that tag. You can't go down to 11, 12 defeats. You won't make it.
No, definitely not.
What about the 3rd of March? Sunday the 3rd of March, you go to Manchester City. Now, if you want to get into the Champions League, that's the kind of game that you can't lose, surely. You know, even a draw would be good there, Steve.
Yeah, definitely. We've just got to keep playing the way we're playing, and we're playing with a lot of confidence now. We're stepping on that pitch, knowing that we're going to get something out of the game, whoever we're playing, and that's what we didn't have at the start of the season. I do worry about our defence a bit, but attacking line is one of the best up there now. And
Ten Hag, has he got your full support?
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. He always has had my support. These fans that ringing in, wanting him to go. I don't think I knew what we're talking about.
Brilliant, Steve, the Manchester United fan there. It's funny, isn't it? A couple of games, a couple of wins.
Yeah.
It all feels very different.
But to be fair, when we've had, Den Haag's had difficult weeks on this show, and actually when we've had Man United fans in, we've not had too many calling from him, have we? Do you know, we've sort of said, he's under pressure, and the media have jumped on it a little bit. You know, he's obviously at Man United. It's the big high-profile club in the country, bar none. You know, I have to say that, Spurs fans, Man City fans, Man United is the number one media pool.
I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
But the fans always they seem to be with him. So, you know, now he's got the team on a bit of a roll. The strike force looks good. You know, they look like they've got some confidence and form. I still think they're not going to make it. I still think defensively they get found out between now and the end.
They've got some big games in a row. That's when, you know, when you get into the right, they got to go Chelsea. They got to go Brentford away, then Chelsea away, Liverpool at home, Bournemouth away, then they've got Newcastle at home. You know, when you start looking at it when it comes up.
But when you're in good form, all those games don't look so difficult. It's when you're in bad form that they start looking really difficult. And so, you know, the run's the run. You know, we all know, though, but when Man United play Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal, that's where they've got to deliver. They've got to deliver some wins in that format because that's the only way they're going to get in the Champions League.
Absolutely. John from Liverpool, you're going to like this. Can anyone find a Manchester United supporter who actually lives in Manchester? That's his text.
Yeah, they're all on the travel there, aren't they?
He's texted us an 81089 and you can do the same. Well, imagine now, I was at the Isle of Wight Festival in 1970, 4 days of absolutely mind-bending talent, topped off with Jimi Hendrix in the early hours of Monday. It was his last gig, sadly. It's been officially declared the largest gathering of human beings in one place at one time. 700,000 people.
Wow. On the Isle of Wight?
On the Isle of Wight. And I like this as well.
Ferry must have been busy.
My mate is a film nerd and he bought me a ticket to see Hans Zimmer in Manchester. I didn't know what it was or who he was, but it's easily the best gig I've ever been to. You've got it right, Madge. That's from Chris in Preston. Keep those messages coming in about the best gigs you've ever been to. We've had so many messages come through. They mentioned in the voice note as well. Foo Fighters, 2006 at Hyde Park. Are you a fan of the Foo Fighters, Pards?
Not really.
Is it too heavy for you?
Well, not really my scene. I just see on here, though, the Rolling Stones, and that's a bit of me.
Is that a bit of you?
Yeah, that's a bit of me. I love the Rolling Stones and Mick and all that.
They're still touring. They don't stop, do they?
They never stop. Never stop. They go on forever.
It's so impressive.
I mean, it's amazing. I don't know how old he is, Mick, right? And he's still dancing around that stage like a nutcase. Brilliant.
It takes it out of you, touring.
I can imagine.
And they're still going. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Sports Breakfast show's back tomorrow from 6 a.m. with Jeff Stelling and Tony Cascarino. They'll be joined by former England cricket international Graham Swan to discuss England's thrashing at the hands of India in the third test. That was no good, but it was poor first innings there.
Tough though, India. Tough gig that is, and when that spin pitch and that when they deteriorate the pitch and they're so clever, and I think we got found out today, which could have happened in the test before actually, but we dug ourselves out of it.
Manchester United fans, if you're coming back from the game today, are you dreaming of the top four? Keep those calls and WhatsApp voice notes coming in on 03717 223344, including your football point and your favourite gig